Oo. Okay, Kong, napatawag po kami kasi doon sa Philippine Star headlines, Cabral left incomplete list of budget insertions. At ito po ay, ewan ko kung sabihin ko, ipinamana. Bakit po sa inyo po iniwan
Binigay.
po itong listahan po, kumpletong listahan po ng mga budget insertions po, Kong Leviste?
September 4 ko po ito nakuha mula sa kanyang opisina with the approval of Secretary Vince Dizon. At the last time I was on your show, I think na-mention ko na rin po ang listang ito kasi ito po ang aking batayan na sinasabi ko na may mga pre-ordering ng mga proyekto sa 2025 DPWH budget. Ito po ay nung June ko pa hinihingi sa DPWH. Ako po ay nagpapasalamat na sa pangalawang beses na bumisita ako sa opisina ni Yusek Cabral dahil sa tawag ni Secretary Vince Dizon, ibigay ang mga files sa akin.
Okay.
So kung sabi nyo nga, no, malawak ang magiging epekto ng paglabas ng dokumentong ito. Kung ganito po kalawak at talagang mahalaga, kaya po alam namin na pinursigin nyo pong makuha ito dahil we owe the nation an explanation and I think this is a very important document. Kaya nyo po pinipursue ito, no? Bakit po kailangan pa nating hintayin? Ano po ba yung may legal basis po ba? Bakit kailangan natin hintayin na pumayag yung DPWH kung ganito po siya ka-urgent? And if they delay po, handa po ba kayo bilang isang mambabatas na isulong ang inyong mandato na you have an oversight over this, no? Anong threshold nyo po para sabihin, tama na yung paghihintay bago nyo ilabas?
Unang-una po, mas maganda kung ang DPWH ang maglabas para hindi din ko-questionin ng publiko ang authenticity nito. Kasi alam kong authentic ito dahil ako mismo ang nakakuha nito mula sa kanila. At kung manggagaling sa DPWH, at least maniniwala lahat ng mga tao. Pangalawa, ang DPWH ay may kompletong files stretching back many years din. At pwede din sila magbigay ng explanation. Kaya para hindi ako ang magbigay ng explanation, pwede sila ang mag-paint ng full picture. If I also add po, ma'am, ang files na ito ay may maraming mga tao na nakapangalan. At ako naman ang sisisihin nila pag lumabas ito. At ako ay nasa Kongreso at kailangan ko na makisama sa aking mga kasamahan dito. Pero kung DPWH ang maglalabas, edi di naman lang ako yung sisisihin.
So Congressman Leviste, this list that you have, I'm assuming you're not the only one in possession of this. Secretary Vince Dizon and some personnel also from DPWH also have this file. Is it safe to assume that?
I think so because it came from their computer. And I got it when Secretary Vince called Yusek Cabral. So the assumption is after I got it, then Secretary Vince also got a copy of it.
I'm just also, you mentioned kasi a while ago, authenticity, no? So there was no chance for the DPWH to doctor or to, to fix the file before they turned it over to you?
Yes, it was not naman planned to give this file until Secretary Vince called. And I am thankful that because of that, then we know there is this file. And when the DPWH may eventually release the file, then I can corroborate that that is the same file that I got.
Okay. So, sir, ito, dahil nga parang nasabi nyo nga na parang parami yung main characters dito sa flood control scandal na to, would you be able to tell us po kung sino yung pinaka makikinabang in case itong mga dokumentong ito ay hindi mailalahad sa publiko?
Well, basically kung sino ang may pinakamaraming insertion. At hindi naman po mga tao ang pinakamalaking proponent dito kasi may mga code names ginamit si Yusek Cabral katulad ng leadership. Meron din mga ibang code name like Senti 2025 of 100B of projects na I shared last time on your show. Also, may 20B doon na lahat na awards sa mga proyekto na may kaugnayan si Congressman Edwin Garjola. May iba-ibang mga lists that ended up going to certain big contractors and I would then think it is best that DPWH be the one to explain all of the code names in Yusek Cabral's file.
May
May
mga
code
code
names
names.
pa
Oo.
talaga.
So kung you mentioned also no na parang mas maraming alam si Yusek Cabral kaysa kay Yusek Bernardo at kay former DPWH Secretary Manuel Bonoan. What made you give this statement po?
Actually, if I may cite, si Secretary Babe Singson ng ICI
Yeah.
ay nagsabi din yan sa akin nung ako po ay bumisita sa ICI na niya kasi silang lahat at sinabi niya na si Yusek Cabral ay definitely mas maraming alam kaysa kay Yusek Bernardo at siguro mas marami ding alam kaysa kay Secretary Bonoan kasi siya yung talagang workhorse at tagagawa ng budget at baka may mga nagbibigay lang ng instruction sa kanya pero I think given how comprehensive are her files, pati yung mga handwritten notes, may column din dito on handwritten instructions na digitize nila. She's very methodical talaga in note-taking. And it is good that these files are still around because it's a wealth of information that can assist in the investigations. As ICI and Ombudsman also told me, napaka-useful ang mga files na ito.
Oo. Kong, do you mind sharing how big is this file? How many pages are we? I mean, I'm sure it's all digital, no? But if we're going to print it, if we're going to have a hard copy, the hard copy evidence, how many pages of this is this file that we're talking about?
Marami pong mga tabs, pero yung tab na tinitingnan ko na DBase, ang pangalan, ay mahigit 17,000 rows.
Wow.
Lahat
17,000 rows. Okay.
That's one tab.
One tab
Kaya,
lang.
Baka tens of thousands of rows ang buong file na ito. At parang 100 columns yung row na may 17,000 rows.
Okay.
Ang masasabi ko nga ay napaka-comprehensive ng mga file ni Yusek Cabral. Kaya imposible na may mag-fabricate ng ganitong daming mga file. Kasi i-check mo lang bawat proyekto sa DPWH budget, ano yung mga notes dito, tapos tumbok na yung mga notes ay tama. Kasi sa aking distrito, isa sa 253 distrito sa bansa, tumbok ang mga notes dito sa mga findings namin sa ground.
And this is the period, from what period does this cover? 2022 to 2025 lang? Or how far,
Kasi
how far back?
30 years po si Yusek
Yes,
Cabral sa
oo.
DPWH, and she was the first she was the first
female.
rank and file
Yeah,
na
oo.
umabot sa Yusek. Ito
Oo.
po bang nakikita niyo mga dokumento na sabi niyo nga napakadami, no?
Oo. Anong period?
Ano pong period of time? Does it cover her whole tenure in the DPWH or just during her Yusek days?
Yung 2025 yung marami po akong detalye, pero yung ibang mga taon meron din akong some detail galing din kay Yusek Cabral. At maganda nga na ang DPWH ang magsapubliko ng lahat ng mga meron na files para hindi lang yung mga may malaking budget sa recent year ang malalaman natin. Ilabas na lang lahat para malalaman natin yung full picture. Sino ang malaking budget over time?
Oo. So, Congressman Leviste, no, the last time we also had you here, you also mentioned already the name of Congressman Guardiola. Does his name also come out in the list? And is he because he up to this day, of course, he's denying that he has cornered a lot of these contracts. But what is now the status of the projects that Congressman Guardiola inserted?
Meron mga proyekto na nasa pangalan niya. Meron naman yung mga proyekto na nasa ibang mga code names pero na-link ko based on my district experience sa kanya.
Yeah.
At by the way, these are the projects in the 2025 NEP. Meron din po akong ibang listahan sa ibang source ng mga 2025 BICAM insertions niya. At dami nga mga listahang floating around na I hope one day can be made public by Congress. But ang masasabi ko is bawat party list ay may 150 million pesos budget allocation sa DPWH.
Correct.
Na nandito po sa listahan yung 150M ng bawat party list.
Oo. And does the one of Congressman Guardiola top the 150 million? Kasi 150 million now is peanuts compared to the billions and hundreds of millions of projects of the others
Meron pong 20B si Congressman Guardiola na listahan dito as I previously mentioned.
Yeah.
Pero I think
That's
alam naman
directly
people
lang.
So, yung pinakamaraming projects si former Congressman Zaldico. Pero
Zaldico.
very well known naman na yan.
Yes.
I would say si Congressman Garjola yung number 2. Pero that doesn't mean na hindi rin natin dapat tignan yung mga iba na mas maliit.
Correct.
Kasi, may I share the following on your show?
Of course. Go ahead.
On Saturday kasi si Congressman Redon ng Bicol Saro Party List ay nag-question bakit ni Leandro hindi nilalabas ang listahan. At ang isang sagot dyan ay ayaw ko naman na magalit sa akin lahat ng aming mga kasamahan sa Kongreso.
Ikaw
na
pag-iinitan.
Oo.
myself without the DPWH ang lahat ng kanilang mga insertions. Pero dahil sinabi ni Congressman Redon na dapat kong ilabas, pwede kong ilabas as another example yung mga insertions ng Bicol Saro party list niya.
Yes.
Ito po sa 2025 DPWH budget ay nasa 150 million pesos para sa dalawang road projects, tig 70 million sa Pamplona and Pasacao, Camarines Sur. At both projects were awarded to Bicol Gold Rock Construction Corporation at a price of around 73.5 million pesos, which is only 2% below the approved budget for contract. At itong contractor ang pinakamalaking contractor sa lugar ng Bicol Saro Party List. Kaya, just to use the example of how this file can help investigations, gusto ng Committee on Public Accounts ng Kongreso, which is chaired by Congressman Redon, na tignan kung may kaugnayan ang proponent sa contractor, pwede sigurong silipin kung may connection sila sa Bicol Gold Rock Construction Corporation.
Bicol Gold Rock. Okay. And
Ang Bicol Gold Rock ang kumpanya ng pamilyang Ibasco na I think may-ari din ng GCI, which is one of the top road contractors in my district also in Batangas. I think some other news outlets have done a study on them as the parang diskaya ng Bicol. Binabanggit ko lang ito kasi sabi ni Congressman Redon, pwede kong
hinamon ka eh, no? So ito, lalabas mo na.
Kaya example lang po ito na bawat congressman basically may parang data na pwede nating i-research ayon sa listahan
Ni
ni
Yusek
Yusek
Cabral. Okay.
Okay. So, kung dahil po dito sa pagkawala nga po ni Yusek Cabral, how do you think this will affect the flood control scam na investigation? Ito pong mga dokumentong hawak niyo po ba sa tingin niyo ay talagang tunay na makakatulong? Paano nga, ayun ang tinatanong ko kayo na, paano nga kung magkaroon ng delay? Paano kung ayaw ilabas? So ano po yung maaasahan ng taong bayan ngayon na susunod na kabanata dito sa talagang parang lalong nagiging komplikadong istorya ng flood control scandal?
I think there's a lot of files that can be helpful and testimonies from the staff of Yusek Cabral on what the meaning of the words in the files are. And it's unfortunate that Yusek Cabral was not protected and made state witness. And I hope that now we can make sure that all of the staff of Yusek Cabral are protected.
Congressman Leviste, on a personal note, no, when was the last time you spoke and saw Yusek Cabral? I'm just curious, no, that after she turned over that file, was there any communication between the two of you again? And if you can share how it was like when you saw her or when you talked to her?
Nakikita ko siya sa mga congressional hearings, pero after that, she stopped attending na rin. And I am sad actually na hindi natuloy. May isang tao na malapit sa kanya na nag-communicate sa kanya at sa akin. At nagbibigay nga din siya ng impormasyon tungkol sa mga code names sa listahan ito. At isa-set sana yung meeting namin after the holidays. Yusek Cabral was really willing to assist in the investigations. And I believe I can share the following, that she wanted to become the state witness but was not being formally offered to be. And this is according to the person who was communicating with her and me and gave me useful information in understanding the files. And she was willing daw to give files for more years to me kasi gusto nga niyang lumabas ang katotohanan sa mga DPWH projects.
So there was this common friend of yours wanted. Did you agree that she was also, if ever, no, she was supposed to be
State
a state witness? Can she be? Do you think that she is in a
She could have been.
position? She could have been.
And I think I mentioned that Secretary Babe Singson told me she knows more than Roberto Bernardo
Oo.
and probably more than Manny Bonoan.
Oo,
And
oo.
maybe the problem lang is that she would have files that would implicate too many people. And it's not just individual projects, it's the whole budget.
Oo.
And I think that maybe she did not want to limit what she would say to certain individuals. So I feel bad that that happened to Yusek Cabral because I believe that her record speaks for itself, that she was well regarded and was well spoken of by many people.
Oh, but my follow-up question there, Congressman Leviste, I don't know if you're in a position to answer this, but kasi for you to become a candidate to be a state witness, you have to be the least guilty also. Was she complicit in her work as a undersecretary of DPWH? She had nothing to do with these insertions. She did. Kumbaga, what I'm saying is, did she benefit also because of her very sensitive and her very high position? Kasi she was USEC for planning eh. And she was the one, according to Senator Ping Lacson, she was the one who called herself Senate President Tito Soto. So I'm not sure lang if
How qualified she
how
was?
qualified or she was, if ever, to be state witness.
I think she definitely would be qualified because she's definitely far from the most guilty. There's others, of course, who benefited a lot more than her, if at all. And I don't want to reach my own conclusions if she even benefited. I think that she was doing a lot of work as a technocrat in the DPWH, and even her own file shows that there's a column here on handwritten instructions.
Yeah.
And dinigitize pa nila yung handwritten instructions.
Yeah.
Basically, sinusundan lang niya yung mga instructions na ibinibigay sa kanya.
Okay, Kong, dito po kasi sa atin, meron po kaming question of the day. So now, given all po the circumstances that you were privy to, ang question of the day po namin, gusto ko tanong din sa inyo, sa tingin niyo po ba wala talagang foul play sa pagkamatay ni Yusek Cabral?
I don't want to speculate, but I think that maraming tao na ayaw na lumabas ang katotohanan tungkol sa mga budget insertions. At kung wala man foul play directly, ang isang statement mula sa kanyang pamilya through her representative said that it is equally regrettable that despite the absence of any finding of fault, Ms. Cabral's name would be repeatedly dragged in what appears to be a public shaming campaign by persons who have since capitalized on the issue for political gain. Kaya parang masasabi natin based on this, hindi nakatulong na marami pong mga press con tungkol sa mga tao na iniimbestigahan at nirerekomendahan na kasuhan ng gobyerno. Imbes na we earnestly got the information they were willing to share, pinapahiya pa natin sila sa publiko. At sana ito po ay maging turning point sa DPWH investigations, that we focus on serious work, even if it's also without the spotlight, to uncover the real truth and not just to try and demonize people in the public.
Yeah. So, Kong Leviste, unfortunately, this happened, but has there been a chance for you to speak to Secretary Vince Dizon now? Moving forward, are they going to release the list? Are they going to wait until after the holidays? Would you know now the time frame, what the plans are?
I haven't po, and I haven't also seen any public statements from them since the death of Yusek Cabral because maybe it's also holidays na,
Yeah.
end of dapat kasi yung last Thursday. Pero nagkataon po na the morning that there was that press conference where nagbigay sila ng listahan ng mga tao na nirekomendahan nilang kasuhan, yun din yung araw na namatay si Yusek Cabral. So it's very unfortunate na I'm sorry to put it like this, but
Oh.
indirectly the public statements of the DPWH coincided and led to the death of Yusek Cabral.
Oh my. you wouldn't, this common friend of yours, have you spoken to her or to him since this happened? Have you talked about it, this tragic incident?
Yes.